On your putt. What's that?
Dead center.
Dead center? Okay. More in the middle? Okay. Good. At least no one plays it in the back. How do you think playing it towards the back foot would be a bad idea? Huh?
You hit it way too early.
You hit it too early? Yeah. So you hit it too early in your swing. What do you think that would cause the golf ball to do?
I think it would go further or lost.
I want you to think more with spin. Okay, how about the spin? Top spin, you think? What do you think? Think of it like an iron shot. We're trying to hit down into the golf ball, right? So what kind of spin does that downward motion kind of force the golf ball to have? Good, backspin. Think backspin is good on a putt? Not really. Okay, again, it'll make it very inconsistent as far as controlling distance, which is important when it comes to putting, but it also will force the golf ball to bounce a little bit too much. Okay, the ball is going to bounce a little bit, and that's just because the terrain, again, it's not completely flat. There's bumps in the green itself, so we want to stay away from trying to create more of that downward motion, because that's going to force it to, again, a little bit of backspin on the golf ball. We want to stay away from that, but it's going to force the golf ball to bounce a little bit too much. And the more bounce we put in that ball, the more it's going to kind of get knocked off our intended line that we have picked out that we're trying to put it on. Okay, so very important, trying to hit that golf ball more on the start of the upward motion. It becomes very important, because what that does is it helps put that nice top spin on the golf ball to get the golf ball to roll a little bit smoother. Okay, so as far as ball position, I know a couple of you said right in the middle of your stance, but today we're going to try a little bit different. Not much. I want you to play just a little bit closer to your front foot. So not directly in the middle, but it's going to be a little bit left of that center position. Okay, and that's going to help really enforce that club is making contact just as the club starts to move up a little bit, to help put a little bit more of that nice top spin on it. Okay, help roll that ball out a little bit smoother. Okay, so ball position, we'll call it left of center. Is that good? Okay. The position of our eyes in relation to the golf ball, very important. Where do you think we want our eyes in relation to the golf ball? What do you think? Okay, so never thought about it, so that's good. So you're going to gain something today. Okay, so at least we got one thing. Okay. Eye position, we want that ball, we want our eyes directly on top of the golf ball. Okay, so today, as you guys stand over and practice a little bit, just make sure you take an extra golf ball or two. Get yourself set up over the ball. Put a ball right next to your eye, drop it, and see if you can get that ball to land directly on top of it. Okay, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get that golf ball, or our eyes, right on top of it. Okay? So what happens is, a lot of the time I see individuals, they get too far from the golf ball, okay, and they start to reach too much. If you're going to take that ball next to the eye and drop it, you can see how far inside it is of that golf ball. Okay? Or every once in a while I'll see individuals, they get a little bit too close to the golf ball, and then you can see that golf ball is a little bit too outside of it. Okay? Okay, what that does is it just makes it harder to make the correct putting stroke, or the club face position and the club path. Okay, it makes it a lot more difficult being further from the golf ball or too close to the golf ball. It affects the way that you take the club backwards and forwards. Okay, so again, eyes directly on top of the golf ball. The way that you grip the club, again, that's more of a personal preference. Okay, every time you take the grip, it's more of like a palm grip. Okay, so if you take your grip, you'll see that one of your hands, for the most part, is gripped right in the palm. Okay, which is important. Now again, if you like to reverse your hands, you like to do the claw grip, okay, again, that's a personal preference, whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you this grip is better than the other grip. Okay, whatever works for you. Okay, so stick with that. Again, you can see we've got different size grips. We got the jumbo grip here. Okay. Theory behind this is it kind of gets your wrists out of it a little bit more, so whether it works or not. Hopefully it does. Okay. The swing itself, okay, I want you to think of it just like what we were talking about with chipping. What are the only two body parts you think you want to try and get involved in the swing? Shoulders and arms, okay? So as we make this stroke, going backwards and forwards, again, using the hands, that's going to make it really consistent as far as distance-wise, okay? So pretty much all three of you said, or at least two of you said, that you have a tough time getting that golf ball to go which distance you intended to, okay? So if you start using your hands a little bit too much, it's going to make it even more difficult. So just like chipping, as you guys are doing this, let's work on what we call that pendulum motion, okay? Arms and shoulders, okay? You start using the arms and shoulders a little bit more, again, it really allows us to take that club backwards and forwards along the correct club path, which is important, okay? We start using the hands, okay, it starts closing the club face and opening the club face a little bit too much. That's where you get a lot of those lefts, a lot of those rights, again, in relation to your target. Okay, so real important. Let's see if we can use more of those shoulders and arms. Okay. How about speed? How do we get the golf ball to go further? How do we get the golf ball to go shorter? Okay, so you think length of the swing? Okay, good. How about club head speed? Okay, we talked about that with chipping. Okay, what separates a novice chipper from someone that's pretty good is they can accommodate the tempo of their swing. Okay, so if we want to get that golf ball to go further, what do we do with the club speed? Gonna go a little bit faster. Okay, going for a shorter target. Again, that club head speed is going to be a little bit slower. The tempo is going to be a little bit slower. So I want you to think the same way, just like that of chipping. You want the ball to go further? Don't worry so much about the length of your swing. Again, try to take it back this far or this far. Let's keep that fairly consistent, go backwards and forwards, but I want you to focus more on the tempo of your swing.